The challenge, I think, for black Americans is to begin to live in good faith rather than in bad faith. Instead of constantly saying there's racism around every corner and racism is a big barrier in my life, say instead there may be racism, but I'm free. I have opportunities. I can do whatever I want in life. I can go as far as I want to go. And I want to make sure my kids get that message. I want to make sure I'm not going to take my kids. Look what we do to young black kids. Oh, this is how you were oppressed. This is how you were sat upon. And in order to be black, you got to understand racism is everywhere. They're all against you. How's a child going to thrive in that kind of with that kind of a message? We should say the opposite. You're free. Everything's possible. You just have to work hard. You just have to set yourself in motion, take responsibility, and you're going to do very well.
That part. That part right there. You have to work hard. You have to have responsibility. That is why they keep trying to do this.
Yep.
They keep trying to put in our kids' head. Well, not our kids. In some kids' heads that you can't do it. It's impossible. People are pulling you down. Racism, racism this, racism that. I think there is racism today, but I kind of think it's towards white people more. Like me and my friend Mason were talking about yesterday. He pulled up statistics, and like 60% of black people need to be in a job, and that's what like it needs to be for to not be racist. And then like white people can just have whatever's left, and I think that's weird. And like they're just handing out jobs because people's skin color, not because of how good they actually do.
Wow. Okay. I didn't
Think
expect that to be.
lots of people they say that it's racism, and they say like there's an evil white man. But honestly, yeah, sure, there could be white tea people who are racist, and there's probably more than like I'm thinking of. But if you actually try, there's no evil white tea man that can hold you back. Like you have to give it your all.
White man in the closet.
Yeah, there's no evil white man in the closet, right? So I mean, I saw that and it instantly just made me think of us, right? And consider what I think, and I thought about what I do remember about growing up in child. I do remember there were times that we were told like, "Hey, watch out," right? And it was a little bit worse back when I was 189. It was pretty much getting pretty good then. Now I got to be honest. Yeah, I think everything I tell you guys is strictly on your behavior and how hard you work, and that's going to determine what you get. We came home and everybody had a B last quarter. We're not happy about B's, right? And we talked, and I forgot which one he was like. Oh, I had an 80 the entire time, and then I got like an 88 on my last test or something like that. And you don't got to point out who. And then I ended up getting a B. And if you recall, what I said was, I don't. Why'd you let it get to an 89? You should have been panicking when you got the 89 a week ago. Once your grade was at that level, that's when you go, "Ooh, okay, now let me make sure," right? It's no excuse. And then again, it's a B, so it's an 88%. Like it's not like it's anything terrible, but we're not gonna find excuses for why we don't get stuff done, right? This morning, be a little secret. We'll tell a little bit. One of us had to do a little homework at the table this morning. I was not, guys, stop snitching. I was not thrilled, right? But you guys know I'm never thrilled. That's the next morning before we go to school. If someone says I didn't finish my homework yesterday, now I've got a million questions. What you mean? Because I saw us sitting there playing a little bit yesterday. How come we be having playing time and we didn't finish it? Somebody explained it to me. It wasn't a racist white man. It's a decision you made, and that's what life is. A series of decisions that you make that will determine what you get and how the outcome of it is. It's not racism. And to your point, wow, I wasn't finna go ahead and bring that subject up with y'all, talk to y'all about that yet, but I, for one, do believe that that is a problem with America right now. That, quite frankly, our white brethren are being mistreated, and being losing positions in life just because they're white. Because, like you said, there are quotas in places that go, no, we need at least this many black people, at least this many women, at least this many whatever. America has percentage of people, so our company should have this percentage. Why? America lets in illegal aliens. We can't go by the percentage of people. We don't know what's going on. Like, what do you mean? I want people qualified for a job. definitely shouldn't be holding spots open so we can get 60% to be whatever. Sorry you hadn't experienced that. Or your